What's going on, everyone? Henzi Dev here, and I thought I'd give a official devlog and more of an inside look into the SMP that I am going to be coming out here with shortly in the coming weeks, hopefully for the official release, and play testing will be somewhere coming very soon. Right now, what we have here is the player registration, and with that being said, this is going to be something that will pop up every time you log in per wipe, so you only have to do this registration once a month or so like that. Wiping is basically our version of season, so each season is going to be a major update. We're hoping to push major content updates per month with bug fixes, patch updates, stuff like that, small things that won't actually wipe the server regularly, weekly if anything. The plan is to have this be a Bedrock only for the first year or two, but I'm hoping to look into an actual Bedrock or Java port. But with that being said, you can enter this how you want. It's not really, mandated that you actually have to put any information in here at all. You could kind of just mess around and do whatever you want with this. You don't have to. If you do, that's absolutely perfectly fine. It's actually preferred that you do it as accurate as possible, but you don't have to if you don't want, information of yourself being released, even though it's pretty vague. But submitting this will actually have it say your PC or device or US or region in your chat messages. So when typing, you can see that as well, and your level, because every Henzi SMP has a leveling system. So with that being said, the first thing you'll notice by hitting tab is going to be these slot locked inventory things that you can buy in your profile upgrades, which we'll touch on sooner. But if you right click on your nether star, which is right here, it's just your Henzi menu. Right now that's just a placeholder. I do plan on having an actual title for that, but basically this is going to allow you to open the chest UI, because the action forms were getting boring and I decided to learn how to do a chest UI. So taking a look at it, we have our boosters, which are still currently in development, but they're just going to be stuff that allows you to progress through your levels and stuff a lot simpler. And also have temporary potion effects and stuff like that inside of here, which you'll be able to purchase with in-game currency, or vice versa. You can actually put it in with regular currency as well. So if you decide to spend money on a VIP rank or anything like that, you're going to get some good decent boosters. Obviously, we're trying to avoid pay to win, so it won't be anything that normal players that spend zero money will be able to not obtain. It's going to be simple. You're just gonna have to grind more for what VIPs or MVPs will typically get early on. So we keep it not so pay to win. You'll be able to obviously buy what they're buying, just it's gonna come with more of a grind. The only thing VIP, MVP, or any of the ranks that are coming out are actually gonna offer you that other players can't get are just the chat ranks. So it's nothing too special, so you don't have to really break the bank to actually afford any of that. We have the online server list, which, as we can see, displays the current players online. We have warps, and then we have our profile upgrades page right here, where it shows our level, our XP, our progression per that level, and token, which we'll dive into here in a second. Let's just take a look at the online server list. So when clicking on this, you're going to see that it's going to pop up all the player heads that are actually in the server with their descriptions and stuff laid out. So you can easily take a look at everyone's level XP, Discord, region, and device. With that, you can also go back in here. But if we do click on, let's say Golden Soup here, my mobile account, we can actually see what they've actually put into upgrade. So they have the tool upgrade 1, which allows them to actually hold and use wooden tools. And they have an inventory slot, so they have 2 slots more available than what we have. And as you can see, we could take a closer look at that here now. So if we click on our profile upgrades, we can actually see we have nothing unlocked. And how this is all working, as you can see, is it's going to cost 1 token. To progress through our levels here, you are actually going to have to individually unlock these to get through. So as you can see, these are a red color and these are black, so you can actually click on these, but these are kind of how you have to go about your stats. So you just go 1 through 9. Some progression upgrade unlocks do give you things such as tools. Upgrade 2 will give you stone tools, shears, and a fishing rod, But as you can see, to upgrade 3 will grant you no unlocks. That's just a way to progress through to the gold tools, bow, and flint and steel. This is going to be more polished than what it is currently. There's going to be a lot more things that will be getting locked and unlocked in the future, such as a redstone coming in the V2 update that is currently still being developed, but having access to redstone and all of its contraptions will also be in its own locked sort of skill tree. But for now, we do have inside of our workstation, such as the dispenser and dropper, the trap chest for now, for when it comes to all the actual interactives. But let's give ourselves some tokens real quick so we can go through the buying process. So I have given myself some tokens here. So I now have 500 tokens and everything like that. So if we do click on our upgrades now, what we can look into is, let's max out our inventory slot. So clicking on this will actually unlock that. And now we do have, instead of 3 starting inventory slots, we now have 2 new spaces to work with. Again, it's not going to be a whole lot, but to break this down, the first 3 upgrades per skill tree is actually going to be worth 1 token. So it's going to take about 3 levels to get towards an upgrade of 3 if you're looking at focusing on 1. So this is going to give us our whole hotbar in 1 inventory slot, getting that to level 3. Looking at this further, if we keep going now, it's going to cost us 2 tokens for the next 3 in the skill tree. So we can actually go ahead and buy those now. So now we have an additional 4 slots unlocked on top of all of them. So now combining our entire level upgrade, you can see now that we have plenty of inventory space, but we don't have it maxed out quite yet. So we can actually go about that now. As you can see now, the next 3 are actually going to cost you a token cost of 3. So a little bit more expensive, but now we can max that out, and now we have it all unlocked. Now this is kind of bugged. The inventory doesn't quite update or register as it should, like the nether stars over here. So you can kind of ignore the inventory if you really want to. But as you can see, we do have, in fact, our entire inventory available to us now. So now let's take a look at other things, such as the tools upgrade, or even the workstations upgrade, which is going to actually be what we have over here. So let's take a look at that for the workstation. So this is our workstations right here laid out in the actual unlocked from left to right here. So we have level 1. So currently we cannot use the crafting table. So if we go into our skill tree here and we go to our workstations, we can see this is going to unlock here the crafting table and campfire. So let's go ahead and do that now. And now, as you can see, we can actually open our crafting table. So it's kind of a way where you kind of have to path your own way, what you think is important and what you think that is going to help you progress here. We also have the armors upgrade, which allows us to reach full potential in the armor sort of class here. But let's take a look into further details. So as you can see, at level 9 of all categories, it's going to unlock the netherite tools, the smithing table, the netherite armor, and then obviously you don't have to worry about the inventory. But to get netherite anything, you're going to actually have to max out your workstations, because you won't be able to get that until level 9. So there is a little bit of trying to be focused in your upgrades and spending your tokens properly, but obviously the idea is to max out everything. Which, going into actually how tokens work, is every level you get 1 token. Every 10 levels you get a bonus addition of 1 token. Now this is obviously subject to change there, and there also will be more ways to earn the tokens. For now, it is strictly on level progression, and the max level you can reach is level 250. So let's take a look at our level currently. So we have 0 XP. So let's go and give ourselves the level XP. So we'll set our level XP to 250. So that would be about 50% of our progression. So obviously it's going to display 50%. And let's just go ahead and add it to like 76. So now if we do that, it's going to say 55.2% inside of our progression. So we do have accurate progression tracking, But let's just go ahead and give ourselves some crazy amount. Let's give ourselves 5,000 experience. So 5,000 obviously gets us to level 3. So the level XP is kind of multiplied based off of progression. So it's not going to be a linear path where every level is unlocked at 500, which I've done in the past with 1,000. So every 1,000 XP you gained 1 level. It's actually going to be sort of multiplied on a sort of plane going up. So with that being said, it's going to be a little bit more of a grind to actually unlock everything. And this is intentional, right? Because when you reach a certain level inside of Minecraft, it just becomes dull and boring. This is going to be a sort of let me grind out some levels today or something like that. So it brings more longevity per wipe. And again, a wipe is only a month, right? But this is obviously something that we're looking into and increasing. So we might have a server that wipes every month, and we might have a server that wipes every 6 months. So it kind of gives you an idea within the SMP. But with that being said, we can kind of max it out. So let's just do like 1 million. What does 1 million XP actually get to us? It actually gives us 44 on our level. And so obviously you're gonna have to grind out a lot just to get to where you want to be. But with that, we can try and get to level 250. There we go. So we've finally reached level 250, and the cap for 250 is 2 million. So the XP on the right on the progression here actually would be for 251, but I believe the XP, which we can actually take a look by setting to 0 on our XP and then set our level to 249. So the actual XP that you'll need is is it 3 million? Yeah, it is 3,125,000 experience. Or is it 31 million? It is 31 million. 31,250,000. I can't believe that I didn't do the math there on that one. But simply put, that is how you're going to be progressing through the SMP. And I thought that hopefully this would bring some more insight into everything. And I hope you guys did enjoy this, and I hope to see you guys on the SMP, because I've been putting a lot of work into this. But hopefully that the sort of more clean UI and the more features that you're able to obtain. So obviously you can look inside your own upgrades as well. But hopefully with all the content that I'm bringing and the more originality into this SMP, hopefully we'll bring more players and hopefully bring you into this SMP, because again, this is never done before in any SMP that I can think of off the top of my head. But anyway, guys, I hope to see you there, and I'll see you guys all in the next devlog.